Meghan Markle is losing the war and she has just lost her biggest ally yet. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, what a wonderful day, what a wonderful day. Yes, the mainstream media are finally recognising Meghan Markle for who she finally is, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And they're taking it one step further, and they are lumping her in with names like Donald Trump and Kanye West. What the deuce is going on? Well, before I break down all the glorious details, a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hi, welcome, how are you doing? If you love news and pop culture on the daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? Do make sure you click on that subscribe button, like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories and whatevers. Also as well, for your consideration, you can always send me a super thanks, which is just below this video right here. And yes, let's jump into this, shall we? So, here we go. The Duchess of Sussex herself, which hopefully, King Charles, loosey, please, was lumped in by Politico, proper mainstream media outlet, with Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Kanye West, Elizabeth Holmes, and Sam Bankman-Fried on a list of narcissists who the public have lost interest in. Now, what is the meaning of narcissism? Well, let's look it up, right? According to the Oxford Dictionary, it's a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Narcissists who think the world revolves around them. What does a narcissistic person do when I can get my teeth back in? They need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. They may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. Remind you of a certain duchess, maybe? Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Now, as you can imagine, supporters of Meghan Markle came out and was like, this is demented. This is casual misogyny. Yeah, I bet if they didn't include Meghan Markle, then they would have been absolutely Gucci with that list. Oh, yeah. But when you absolutely criticize Meghan Markle, oh, no. You're misogynistic. You're racist. You are everything, yeah? But you're not, okay? You can criticize Meghan Markle and not be a misogynist and not be racist. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter if she's a lady, a man, whatever you identify as, your freedom, fair play, black, white, pink, multicolored, green, purple, blue, don't matter, right? You are not free from criticism. And fair criticism is all based on, as far as I'm concerned, what you say and what you do. And that is exactly what I base my criticism on when it comes to Meghan Markle. Not whether she's a woman or her race or all like that. It's what she says and what she does. It's as simple as that. So do not feel bullied or shamed when you criticize her and they then turn around and call you all those names. Do not let them bully you into silence with those names, because your criticism, 9 times out of 10, would be fair as long as it's based on what she says and what she does. Okay. So, moving on from that, Politico's article, really went in with an attack on Meghan Markle. But it wasn't the only publication in America that actually made these criticisms. So, another one was from Variety. Yes, Variety. A few days after the second part of Harry and Meghan was released on the 15th of December, which contained its allegations of Prince William shouting at Harry during the royal exit negotiations. Now, the article's author, his name is Andrew Wallenstein. He's president and chief media analyst at Variety Intelligence Platform, and he wrote, "It's not that Harry and Meghan don't have a story worth telling. The prejudice they faced from the royal family and the British press was awful, but telling the story ad nauseum has diminishing returns. At some point, even the dimmest of minds among their fans is going to tire of their oh woe is us routine as they play the victim card again and again. That's a tone-deaf message to be sending from their posh Montecito estate, multi-million-dollar estate, mind you, at a time of economic insecurity around the world. At some point soon, Harry and Meghan need to pivot to something beyond retelling their old plight over and over. It's not as if they're going to have new stories to tell of their days in the UK now that they've largely been cut off from the monarchy." So, Andrew be like, you're retelling the story. People are getting tired of it because you're just repeating yourself like a parrot. And the whole oh woe is us routine when everyone in the world at the moment is struggling financially and you're doing a pity party in your multi-million-dollar freaking mansion ain't gonna wash anymore. They're sick and tired of it. It's done. It's over. Change the script. Move the frick on. Now, this was extremely interesting that it came from Variety because it was only back in October, so about a month and a half ago, that Meghan Markle did an exclusive interview with that magazine. Oh, yeah. But only a month and a half later, they are turning on her like no one's business. Another publication that's turned on her, Wall Street Journal, oh yes, described part one of the Harry and Meghan mockumentary, as I like to call it, as a royal pity party, while the Hollywood Reporter suggested and made a really, really good point here that what it does not turn out to be is essential. So they say when a subject declares that they've never been allowed to tell their side before, a viewer might reasonably expect what follows to yield unanticipated details or novel insights. Yet despite extensive interviews with the couple, both together and separately, despite never before seen footage of their private lives, Harry and Meghan offers too little that feels fresh enough to merit its luxurious 6-episode sprawl for all but the most fervent royal watchers. In other words, the mainstream media is now figuring out their hypocrisy. They're turning round and advertising this whole Harry and Meghan mockumentary as it's our story that we've never told before, this, that, and the other. We've not been allowed to tell, blah, 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 blah. But Hollywood Reporter turned around and be like, miss me with that BS, because everything that you've just said, we've heard it before, so what? You didn't bring anything new to the table. What the deuce? You've been allowed to tell this story before. We've heard it a zillion freaking times in interviews and every which way. Every opportunity you've got to bash the royal family. It's like, what the deuce, right? So Hollywood Reporter has really woken up and, yeah, finally recognising this couple's hypocrisy. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And it doesn't stop there. Oh, no. TV. The industry she used to be in and she was trying to break with Hollywood and whatnot. Oh, yeah. They are turning against her as well. Saturday Night Live have ripped them to shreds. Recently, comedian Martin Shaw told Steve Martin, who they star with Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building, which, by the way, side note, if you've not watched that on Disney Plus, watch it now. It's essential viewing, and Martin Shaw is a freaking hero. I absolutely love him. He is amazing. He's so freaking cute. I love that dude. Anyways, side note, there we go. Moving swiftly on. So Martin Shaw, days after part one had been released, told Steve Martin on air, "You know, Steve, we're like Harry and Meghan. No one's rooting for us, but you'll tune in to watch anyway." So true, right? So true. Now, the cut where Meghan actually did an interview with them back in August, a couple of months back, and it was a cover interview as well. Actually then took the mick out of Meghan, observing that she sometimes converses like she has a tiny bachelor producer in her brain directing what she says. To me, they're pointing out, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, her calculated nature. Very, very calculated nature of what she says, how she presents herself, everything, right? It's all fake, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. It added at one point in our conversation, instead of answering a question, she'll suggest how I might transcribe the noises she's making. She's making these guttural sounds, and I can't quite articulate what it is she's feeling in that moment because she has no word for it. She's just moaning. Yeah. Mainstream media turning around and be like, yeah, she's just moaning. The lass is just moaning. It's like, what the deuce, right? What the deuce? Now, this is interesting, this part of Newsweek article, because it proves exactly what I've been saying all along, right? That the British public and the mainstream media in Britain ain't the freaking villains that Meghan and Harry are painting us all out to be, right? Here we go. Here's the proof here. So, during the Oprah Winfrey interview, they said that a pivotal moment came towards the end of 2018 with an article accusing Meghan of making Kate, Princess Catherine, cry, sparking an avalanche of negative media commentary, which by January 2019 had left Meghan wanting to unalive herself. It continued throughout that year, and Meghan would later tell the Teenager Therapy podcast she was the most trolled person in 2019 and that it was almost unsurvivable. Here we go. Here is her lie being debunked. She remained popular with us, with the British public during that time. She's BSing here with a YouGov poll, which is an official poll, right? Not one of those freaking polls that you do on Twitter. No, this is an official one, right? Sanctioned poll, okay? Proper, legit. Suggesting that October, so during that period, she's describing that she's the most trolled person, right? 55% of the UK adults liked her. The majority of us loved her. I've always said that. Right at the beginning, we loved her, we accepted her, we were so happy. It was a step in the right direction. It was modernisation for the monarchy of the UK. We had so much hope for her entering. It was amazing. Millions of us watched the wedding. We put our bunting out. We had parties. We celebrated her. Things started to change when she started to change the British culture. And what I mean by that is the culture between the royal family and the British press and the royal family. She's trying to change the fundamentals of that culture, and you just can't do that. You either got to accept it or you bugger off. Now, she buggered off. Fine. But then she says she wants a private life, this, that, and the other, because she couldn't stand not having a private life while she was in the royal family. Well, I'll tell you something right now. Just like the article said a few moments ago, we know more now about her private life than we did when she was in the freaking royal family with the never-before-seen footage that they released on Harry and Meghan mockumentary. Like, right? It makes your head explode with all the contradictions that's coming out of there, gobs. I'm telling you right now. But that all changed after Harry and Meghan quit the royal family in January 2020. And Meghan is now disliked by 2/3 of Britain. And it ain't because we're all freaking racist and misogynistic, because I ain't definitely those things. No freaking way. It's because of what she says and what she does. It's because of what Harry says and what he does. Because I'll say it once and I'll say it again. The royal family is part of our British culture. It's part of our British identity, whether you're a royalist or not. And to shiz on them is shizzing on us. It's as simple as that. You disrespect the royal family, you're disrespecting us. No, I don't. If you're not part of the UK, I do not expect you to fully understand it. But trust and believe when I say that. This is the culture here. Right? It's as simple as you either accept it or you go. She went. Fine. But then leave her. Leave it behind. Live your life. But they're stuck in the past, both of them. Move the frick on. Stop with, as far as I'm concerned, the lies, the contradictions, the shizzing on all of us. And just move on with your millions and your Montecito Palace and whatever, right? It's frustrating. Okay, there's a reason why 2/3 of the adult population in the UK dislike them now. And I get it, ain't because we're all freaking racist and misogynistic. Think about it. Insane to think that that would be the case, so many of us. 2/3? No. No. Miss me with that BS. Now, in terms of the state of play now, Meghan is currently less popular in America than Prince William, Princess Catherine, and Prince Harry, according to polling for Newsweek. In fact, a smaller percentage of Americans, 43%, like Meghan now than the British people in October 2019 of that 55%, which was what she described as the year of media hostility. Come the frick on. How could you have had the year of hostility when still the majority of us during that period liked her? Make that make sense, because I tell you something, I can't make that make sense. It's insane. It's like trying to square the circle, right? It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then logically, what conclusion do you all come to? Well, do you know what? Enough with my gob. It's time for your gobs to sound off with that answer and any of your other opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's in the comments down below. And if you appreciated this video and you want more daily sass and gobbiness from yours truly, then do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. Help us get to 100k. Like, share, comment down below as ever, your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever's. Also, as well, for your consideration, you can always send me a super thanks, which is just below this video right here. And until the next time, you guys, laters!